Hey guys, Aaron here. So last night I was scrolling through my sub box when I saw JackFrags' new video, where he talks about some ideas he'd like to see in Battlefield 4, and he does this in a top 5 wish list format. So he was asking for responses from his subscribers and other YouTubers, so today I thought I'd make this video where I talk about my top 5 wishes. The first idea I'd like to see implemented in Battlefield 4 is a 6-man squad game mode. What I mean by this is 6v6 deathmatch, rush, and all of the other game modes. This would be awesome for a competitive mode, as it would allow teams to have a larger variety of classes rather than just 3 to 4 medics and an engineer. Also, 6v6 would allow teams to split their squad into 2 different places. This would make the game similar to having 2 squads against 2 other squads, and by doing this the games would have more action and be much cooler to watch in live streams. Having played 4v4 squad games, I have to say they're great already, but game modes like Conquest and Rush will greatly benefit from this player boost. The second idea I have for BF4 is a battle recorder. Ever since Battlefield 2, everyone's been spamming DICE and EA with this suggestion, and I have to agree. If a battle recorder was introduced, it would not only help the players by letting them record regardless of their PC specs, but it would also generate more revenue for EA and DICE. This is because many copies of the game are sold just by seeing videos on YouTube. Reviews have often left me undecided about whether to buy a game or not, but when you see an awesome montage or an epic moment, it can be enough to persuade you to buy. In this battle recorder, I think it would be cool to have multiple different views, including a free cam with support for a joystick like the armor editor, and that would allow you to have smooth glide shots. And also, I think it would be cool to have first or third person views on every player on both teams, similar to COD. This would also help towards making BF4 more competitive, as it would allow commentators to switch between these views and never miss the action. The third wish I have for Battlefield 4 is for a commander system or game mode to be introduced. This option was already in Battlefield 2, but DICE decided to scrap it before the release of Bad Company 2. The commander system I'd like to see would be based on the Natural Selection 2 commander system. So in Natural Selection 2, the commander has the ability to drop weapons and different kits to objectives that your team holds. This could be transferred to Battlefield 4 by allowing the commander to drop vehicles and equipment like AT-4s and mounted machine guns where they're most needed. In a Conquest game mode, this would mean if your team's just captured a flag, then the commander could spawn them a jeep so you can get to the next objective. Also, the commander would be able to give team directions and objectives which would help them to win the game. This could be done with a waypoint system, where the commander has a large map on their display, and they're able to click on the map and select a command such as go here or place item here. My fourth wish for Battlefield 4 is to allow server admins to have more control over different aspects of their servers. This would include day-night options, suppression meters, and the ability to limit the use of certain weapons or entirely remove them. Also, the ability to change weather from blizzards to thunderstorms and everything in between would be cool. This would make for some user-generated game modes such as crossbow-only games, knife-only games, and even thunderstorm game modes on naval maps. I personally think having all of these extra options would greatly add to the multiplayer experience, not only because it gives more variation, but because it gives the community more of an input as to how the games are meant to be played. My final wish for Battlefield 4 is a full competitive mode. This mode would have its own battle log entirely, which would then show all of the different tournament games you could spectate. It could feature live streams from all of these games, and it could even show global ladders of which squads are playing the best. As for the game options, competitive would have to add more options for the admins. They'd have to have the ability to enable and disable suppression, ban certain weapons, and set respawn timers, and have full control over the number of players in each game. This would allow the community to set a competitive standard for BF4 that DICE could then add as a specific server option. Everyone would then be able to see servers that were running this DICE competitive setting option against those who are running custom competitive settings. So those are my top 5 wishes for Battlefield 4. If you want to share yours, then post them as a video response to Jack's video, or put them in the comment section below.